Local 3 Sports with Jake Durant.
I'm in for Jake tonight. Norway's Hannah Burklund was recently awarded the Gil Hurd Courageous Athlete Award by the Upper Peninsula Sports Writers and Sportscaster Association. It honors high school student athletes who have overcome hardship to excel in athletics. And when you hear Hannah's story, you'll understand why she was so deserving. Our sports director Jake Durant has more.
Hannah Burklund has always had a burning passion for competition.
I started when I was really young. My friends were in sports, like my friend Donna Van Holla. She's been my friend ever since elementary. She started out with basketball and got me introduced in it, and my dad, like my whole family is just athletes. And then I started softball, and yeah, I grew up around sports, and that's all we really did.
That competitive flame only grew larger for Burklund growing up. As a three-sport athlete at Norway High School, she thrived as a leader no matter which playing field.
She's a competitor. She's one of the best competitors I've ever coached.
During March of 2022, Burklund was in the midst of her junior softball season. But what started as an ordinary day ended with her coming face-to-face with her toughest opponent yet.
I noticed a bump on my neck, just laying in bed, you know, just nothing, no symptoms, nothing like that. I noticed it, told my mom, she's like, we should probably get it checked out, you know. We didn't really think much of it. So I went into Dickinson, up in Dickinson, and they checked it out, and they were like, we should probably get a biopsy to see what it is.
After undergoing a handful of tests at multiple locations, including the Children's Hospital in Milwaukee, Hannah got shocking news. She had thyroid cancer.
They finally determined that it was cancerous, and some lymph nodes around the nodule were cancerous, so I had to get surgery in like July, I think. And then I got it was a 5-centimeter nodule on my thyroid. I got that removed. I got 19 lymph nodes removed, and then I had to get radiation treatment in like August.
She came to practice, and I remember like it was yesterday, and I was just talking to her, and I said, Hannah, you know, I could see she's walking over and sunglasses on, and I'm thinking, you okay? And, you know, and I could just see that, you know, the tears were coming down her face, and she's like, no. And, you know, she tells me that, hey, I have, you know, I have a tumor and it's cancerous. I'm thinking, you know, and she gives me a big hug, and I think we both had tears. And the first thing I was like, you know, you'll be okay. And, you know, and so, and who would 17-year-old wouldn't be scared? You know, I mean, I'd be scared today if it was me.
Hearing that, you freak out, you know, and it was hard not to, but I knew I was going to be okay, and I knew everything was going to be fine. I'm strong, you know.
One thing that carried Burklund through this time was her ability to keep calm in the chaos.
My grandparents, they suffered from cancer. My mom's mom and my grandparents now suffer from cancer, and they really like helped me kind of push through it all. They gave me strength, I want to say, through all of it.
After surgery and an isolation period for her radiation treatment, Hannah's cancer is now in remission. She said she found motivation through her desire to get back to her comfort zone, playing the sports she loves.
So each sport, I have all of my friends pretty much with me, and they help me so much. Volleyball, my coach, I mean, I was just coming back to sports, so volleyball, it really helped me get through just like that little bit, helped me come back. Basketball, my coaches were just amazing about it, really understanding, because when you get your thyroid removed, your energy drops. It regulates all that. So I was going through different medications, stuff like that, and they were so understanding about all of it. And my friends stuck with me through the whole entire way. So,
despite the fluctuating energy levels, Hannah continued to give everything she had on the volleyball and basketball court. With Hannah leading the way, the Knights girls basketball team was proving to be one of the best in the UP. But during a game last January against Kingsford, Hannah would once again face another disheartening setback.
It was a good game. That's all. I remember that. I think we might have been up at that before I went down, but it was a good game. And then I felt it, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, I think she hit her head. I think she did this. I thought she got the wind knocked out of her." I was like, "No, it's my knee," and it was very painful. Like I was on the verge of passing out. So it was really bad. I felt it give out, and then a pop and cracking. It was It was bad.
Well, at first I was upset because I thought she fouled the girl, and it was going to be her third foul, I believe, so we are going to have to pull her. But when I looked back over and she wasn't getting up, it was just kind of disbelief, you know, and just kind of like the why. You know, you want no player to get injured ever. But then when you look over and it's her, with all she's been through this summer, you know, you just kind of, I was walking over to her and I'm like, this is the last thing she needs to go deal with now. You know, she's been through enough, but there was never any doubt that, you know, she would fight through this too.
And that's exactly what Burklund did.
As soon as it happened to me, I wanted to get to PT, because I couldn't even like bend my leg.
While Burklund shifted her focus to the road back to recovery, she admits there were times where she questioned why.
All the time. Even my parents were like, well, whoever is going to get hurt, it's going to be Hannah, you know. So yeah, that sucked. Like I was like, now my knee, what else is going to happen, you know?
After hours of physical therapy, Hannah began to regain motion in her leg, opting to hold off on surgery to play in her final softball season as a Knight. Wearing a knee brace, Burklund is able to pitch and even has begun batting as the season has progressed.
You know, I'm not sure. I think it's just kind of like engraved in my mind, like this is what I want to do, this is how far I want to go. I don't know, I think just like the love of the game, basketball, volleyball, softball, it just kept me going, and I don't really know, I just love doing it so much. So
Burklund says she's been reluctant to tell her story, not wanting to seek attention, but says she's hoping her opening up and sharing her journey will help others who are going through hard times.
And I hope a lot of like younger kids, if they're struggling through like an illness or really anybody, they kind of look at my story and they're inspired and like determined that they can get through it, because like anything is possible if you put your mind to it. So, and that's what sports helped me through so much. It really, sports helped me through all of this, so I'm really happy.
Hannah says she plans to attend Grand Valley State next year, where she will study pre-med. She also says once she undergoes knee surgery and heals, she plans to join a club softball team or even try to walk on to Grand Valley's softball team.